Hello, Scorpio friends. This is Jill with Healing Moon Tarot, and I'm new to putting these out on YouTube, and I'm still figuring out layout and all that fun stuff. But I already pulled the cards. I'm gonna flip them over and get right into the reading. And I was probably the most nervous to do Scorpio because I am a Scorpio. So sometimes they hit really close to home, and I feel like I'm reading for myself. And I mean, I'm supposed to be reading for myself too, I guess, because I am a Scorpio. But just a little more challenging to separate my own personal stuff from what the cards are saying about general things. So, yeah, we're going to start right here with the death card, which is hilarious to me because we are the death card. Scorpio's card is death, and we are freaking amazing at this. We all do this pretty well. And here we are again in the death spot. Energies there. The death card is, if you don't have any knowledge of tarot, the death card is, I don't even know if, wow, brain. So this is, in case I didn't say it, 18 Scorpio reading. I think I said it, but anyway, I'm just so excited to get into this reading. The death card is us being able to transition. So Scorpios are also the phoenix, so we can burn down to the ashes and become something new. And we're constantly going through this like rebirth process. I feel so many of us feel like we're ever evolving and changing as compared to other people. So here we are again in this cycle of, okay, starting fresh again. This renewal of who we are. That's gone, and I'm going to mourn that part of myself, and then I'm going to move forward. And coming up with the strength in the Emperor. And the strength card is, so many of these cards are physical body cards. So we as Scorpios spend a lot of time in our heads, and I think this spread is screaming at us to get into our bodies. So with the strength card, this is not just physical, like brute brawn strength. This is compassion and understanding and physically being in control of who we are in the world, and having some courage and having that stamina and be willing to have strength in what we believe in and who we are and the things we want to happen. And that, coming up with the Emperor card, this card speaks of structure, of rules, of regulations, of habits, of what are the foundational points of who I am that define me, that define how I live. And I believe this spread is speaking to us to really reconsider those things. What are what rules am I following each day? What is the schedule like? Physical body, what am I doing with my time? Am I spending all the time in my head thinking about this stuff, or am I physically making these changes? Am I physically going through this renewal of who I want to be and taking things from the past and pulling them into the present, being physically in my body right now? Not worrying about the future, not worrying about the past. Who am I in this moment? What can I control about life? What structures and habits can I put in? And with this being such a heavily physical body spread, have I spent the winter sitting in a house, learning, thinking, and feeling, but not doing anything with my body? So maybe you need to go for a walk, Scorpio. Maybe you need to go put your toes in some sand or in some dirt or pick a flower. It is becoming spring. I know some of the parts of the country do not feel that way, but I live in the South, and it's definitely becoming spring here. So get outside, get into your body, meditate, feel your breath, concentrate on just how magnificent your physical body is. Do some grounding exercises if that's something you do. Uh, I feel like right now is an amazing time for us to do that. And then your past energy is the Six of Coin. So I feel a lot of us through this last year, I mean, 2019 was tough for a lot of people and Scorpio alike. And you have had to learn some lessons about gratitude, about giving to others and being someone who can be supportive of the people around you, or the person that's willing to take here, the person that's willing to let people help them, the person that's willing to um, admit that they don't have it all under control all the time. So I feel like this past lesson is really pulling you into this energy of rebirth yet again, or death, or letting go. I Death is a rebirth to me. There is no end. There's just the stuff you choose to leave behind, and part of you keeps going. So uh, then we have prompted all of this to come in and say, okay, now how do I need to reevaluate my life so it lines up with the understanding of this? And you have three aces here, so lots of brand new stuff. So when I'm talking about this as a rebirth, it's because also there's so much energy coming after it in the spread that's saying brand new, brand new, brand new. So Ace of Pentacles or coins is like a something manifesting in your life out of nowhere, something physical, something tangible. Um, but it's a seed that needs to be watered. Um, it can very much be you really pulling into your body, and this is in the strength, this is a card of your strength that you need to pull on during these energies. So again, getting into your physical world, these brand new ideas be in conjunction with each other of, I want to be healthy. I want to take better care of my body. I want to have some better rules for myself, how I live, some better structure. And then followed by the Ace of Swords. And I want to be very precise. I think of like a master chef slicing quickly through whatever vegetable they're cutting up, and it's so scary because you're like, they're gonna cut their fingers or whatever. It kind of creeps me out. I don't have those abilities. That is not something I'm good at doing. I'm a klutz and I would cut my finger off. But this energy here is being wanting to be very precise, very, this is it. And again, in the physical world, you want to make very sharp decisions and cut out the crap. And this this is going to be necessary to facilitate this energy. It's going to be very necessary to look at things from a new point of view, to see something, these new things coming into your life, and then you actually have to act on them. And you're not going to act on them if you don't. All of these are necessary to pull together. So these are coming, these new perspective, these new ideas, these new, I need to be very direct about this. And sometimes it's hard if you don't have the structure in your life to know exactly what you want and to be able to make these choices and decisions and take these actions in a very concise way. If we're too much in our head, we're not used to being in our body, and we don't have our life set up in a way that's going to facilitate the growth here, we're not going to be able to move on. They'll just go. And I love that this card came next, because this person has had a lot of these and they're just laying here. And they're like seeds he planted and then didn't take care of. So they're starting to rot and break and fall apart. So I believe this side of spreads like the bossy side. This is the side that's telling you what to do with these energies. And so I believe this card is telling you to go out and to really spend time looking at all of these sparks of inspiration or all these projects you started or all these first steps you took, you planted the seeds. That's not the problem. Like they showed up, you knew they were there, you tried to do something with them. So you went and planted them, but did you water them? Did you weed? Did you take care of this stuff the way you were supposed to? Did you give these things the attention they needed to grow, and did you know when to harvest them, or have you let them sit out there in the field and rot? So I think this is really speaking to you to pull in these um, structures into your life so you don't let this happen anymore. And then it's followed by the king. The king is this person understands our physical world. He's very adept to dealing with money, finances, health, uh, tangible, touchable things in our world. And he's really good at it. He's the king. He rules this stuff, he owns it. But he didn't get here from giving it all away and not taking care of it. There's a lot of people that get these all the time. They get this spark of inspiration, this spark of, this is a new idea, this is something I can do something with, and then throw them in the backyard and don't do anything with it, and they are definitely not sitting here. This person understands the work that goes in. This person understands that you can't just throw seed somewhere and think everything's going to turn out all right. You have to have the structure. You have to have the willingness to commit to bring these things to fruition. And so this is followed by yet another Ace of Cups, and this may very well be brand new feelings about these things. Brand new. Ace of Cups is like love at first sight kind of a feeling to me. So maybe this is you're gonna fall back in love with some of these projects you've been, that have come in. You fall in love with these new ones, and because you're more in a place where you can appreciate the work that needs to go into it and be aware that you can't do this anymore, and you really spark a passion inside of you to make some stuff happen. And then we end on the Nine of Wands, and again, a physical body card. This is showing a weightlifter. This person is in their body, they're doing work, they understand that to have this progression, that to be able to get here, it's going to be uncomfortable and it's going to be hard sometimes, and it's going to wear you out or make you tired. But every time he lifts this weight, his body gets stronger. He becomes more capable. He learns something from it. So you feel a bit like, I'm tired. I'm tired of trying to find the thing that grows right for me. I'm tired of this kind of energy. I know, I get it. I change my mind on what I want to do on a pretty regular basis. And I'm good at ideas. I'm good at those first things. I'm not always good at taking the proper care afterwards, though. But the older I've gotten, the more of these transitions I've gone through, the more of this letting parts of me die and redoing it, the better I've gotten. And I feel like I'm not the King of Pentacles. I do not have it all figured out. However, I feel like I'm moving towards that, and I'm being able to encompass this energy more within myself, being smart financially, trying to take better care of my body. I'm good at the mental thing. I'm not necessarily good at the physical thing. So Scorpio, if you're like me, I'm Scorpio, Sun, Virgo, Moon, Leo ascending. So this is not a strong suit. The physical world is not a thing. I am very good at living here. So if you were like me, I hope you know that the more we are able to put some structure into our lives and set up some really healthy rules that bring out these strengths in us, we can get it together. It's not always easy. It's not always comfortable, but those uncomfortable moments make you grow. This uncomfortable moment while he's squatting this ridiculously high weight when he puts that down, his body has grown, his body has changed, his body is learning to adapt and become stronger. So please know that through this, we become stronger. We are capable. It's not always comfortable, but we are capable. And this, I believe, this is a beautiful way to start spring. Like, you have three seeds of amazing potential coming up in the month of for you, Scorpio. So please, please don't be so stuck in mourning parts of yourself that you don't see these things and you don't take advantage of these things and implement them into your world, because that would be really sad. You could miss out on some really cool stuff. So know that it's there, be open to it, know that you're strong, know that setting some limitations and rules and boundaries for yourself. Maybe you need to journal or keep a better um, agenda of your time and hold yourself accountable a little bit more. And just putting some effort in there can really help you cultivate and grow this month. So this was fun, Scorpio. I think this is a really cool first reading for us. So thank you very much for your time. If you want to interact with me more, I do have a Facebook page and I do some weekly stuff on there and try to do some stuff in between these monthly readings. So I look forward to hearing any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, anything. Please feel free to reach out to me. I enjoy talking to people. If you need clarification on any of this, please, again, reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. I hope you have an absolutely amazing month. I do believe that you will. So take care, Scorpio, and we'll see you soon. Bye.